This will be for the con assignment, calculate percentiles. Okay, it says Jaden has been on a hiking trip for 95 days. The histogram shows the numbers of miles she hiked on those days. All right, so this represents the distance hiked over a period of 95 days. All right, I guess it is the distance hiked for each day. And they want to know what interval contains the 35th percentile for this data. Okay, so a percentile tells us what percent of observations are less than or equal to a given value in a distribution. All right, so if you recall, the median is the 50th percentile. Okay, so on the lower end for distance, that's going to be like the 0 percentile. And then as you go to the right, as you increase, you head toward the 100th percentile. Okay, so since we're looking for the 35th percentile, it's going to be a little bit more toward the lower end. Now, they said right in the problem that the graph represents hiking over 95 days. Okay, so since this is spread out over 95 days, we're just going to do 35% of 95. Okay, and recall to convert to decimal, you move the decimal place over 2 places to the left. So 35% becomes 0.35, and we multiply that by 95. Okay, so I'll do this on the calc, and I get 33.25. Okay, so it is approximately the 33rd day. Okay, or you can say the 33rd value starting from the left. All right, so let's count going to the left and find the 33rd value. For the range of 0 to 5 miles, she did that for 4 days. Okay, this bar represents about half that, so I'm going to say it's about 2 days. And this bar here represents 16 days. And this bar here represents almost 36, so I'm going to say 35. All right, so we're looking for the 33rd day, and we're going to count from the left. So this is the first 4 days, plus 2, that's the first 6 days, plus 16, that's the first 22 days. So the 33rd day is going to fall within this range right here. Okay. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 16 is 22. And then this spans over 35 days. So this is going to be from day number 23, and it goes into the 50s. All right, so the 33rd day is going to be between 20 and 25. So they said, what interval contains the 35th percentile? Between 20 to 25. Okay, the dot plot shows the weight in pounds of 25 students filled backpacks. Each dot represents one backpack. Okay, so remember these are 25 students, 25 dots. Which of the following is the closest estimate to the percentile for the backpack that weighs 31 pounds? All right, let's see. So this is 30. This right here is going to be 31. Okay, so we're looking at this dot right here. All right. And they said this is for 25 backpacks. So we're looking at dot number 24. All right. So remember, toward the higher end, we start at 0% on the left, and then toward the higher end, that's going to be toward the 100th percentile. All right. So we have number 24 out of 25. All right. So if we did that on the calculator, 24 divided by 25, I think it's 0.96. Yes, that's going to be 0.96. And if you convert that to decimal, that's going to be 96%. Okay? So that dot is 96% of the way. If you looked at the right as 100, the rightmost one is 100%. That dot is 96% of the way there. So again, they're just looking for the closest estimate. Okay, it might not be exactly 96. Okay, we do have a 96, so there you go. All right, so I just found what number dot I had and divided it by the total. Okay, histogram summarizes the age of 433 members of the House in the 115th United States Congress. All right, ignore the 115. We're looking at a total of 433 members. Okay, here's our histogram, and it's done by age. What interval contains the 30th percentile? All right, so we start at 0 on the left, and heading to the right, we make our way to the 100th percentile. Okay, there's 433 members in this graph, and we want the 30th percentile. So let's see. 30% of 433. That's going to equal 0.30 times 433. All right, and if I do that on the calculator, I get 129.9. So that's approximately 130. All right, so we want the 130th member starting from the left. Okay, we want the 130th member. So let's see, this bar here, it goes up to approximately 35, I would say. All right, this bar here goes up to approximately 75. All right, and this bar here, we can see it goes up to 140. All right, again, we want the 130th one. So this is the first 35 plus 75, that's going to be 110. So the first 110 are in the first two bars. And then, since we want the 130th one, it's going to be in this bar right here. So the interval we're looking for goes from 50 to 60. And that is answer B. All right, the STEM plot gives the distances in kilometers that 30 students travel to school. All right, so we have 30 data points in this stem and leaf plot. Which of the following is the closest estimate to the percentile for the students who travel 4.0 kilometers to school? All right. So the key, if you see 7/9, that's 7.9 kilometers. We want to find 4/0 in order to get 4.0 kilometers. All right. So let me see here. We want 4/0. So that is this one right here. All right, so we have to count how far that is. We have to count what number value that is. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that is the 25th value. And how many values did we have? 30. Okay, so that number 40 is number 25 out of 30. All right, so we want to find how far that value is to the end of the data set. So since it's 25 out of 30, I'm just going to do 25 over 30. Okay, and on the calculator, because I need a decimal here, I get 0.83 repeating. Okay, so rounding off, if you move the decimal over 2 places, that is approximately 83%. So the 40 is approximately 83% of the way there. All right, so it's the 83rd percentile, roughly. All right, and their closest answer is 86th percentile. Part of that may be because there are 2 number 40s. Okay, and I chose the lower one, but you could have chose that one as well. So 86th percentile, there you go.